Alrighty, good people, Computex 2026 in Taiwan is in full swing, and we are working very hard to bring you all the latest announcements right from Taipei. That said, I got the chance to check out a laptop that was already announced at CES earlier this year, and I'm talking about the MSI Stealth 16. And since you guys asked me about it quite a bit, I thought, why not do a little mini review for that one while I'm at it. So how about we get into it right away, since I actually only had a few hours with this one. Let's do this. Just to get it out of the way, this is of course not one of our full-scale reviews, since I simply do not have all of our measurement equipment with me, but I did what I could with the short time I had with this beauty, and it should give you a pretty good idea where this config lands in relation to the competition, and I also share my subjective first impressions using it for a little bit. So this config bets on the Intel Core Ultra 7 356H, 64 gigs of RAM, 2 TB of storage and an RTX 5070 running at its maximum wattage of 115 watts. The Stealth is also available with an RTX 5080 and various CPU options, and different storage and memory configurations, and availability will vary by region. What stands out to me right away is the fact that the RAM is not soldered, which is quite unusual for a thinner and lighter design like the Stealth. So especially given what's going on right now, MSI might be onto something, since you could basically get this one with maybe 32 gigs and upgrade later down the line, once prices have come down a bit at some point. With contenders like the Legion 7A, Zephyrus G16 or Yoga Pro 9, what you buy is what you are stuck with, so that is definitely a huge advantage for the Stealth. On the display side, you are treated with a 240Hz refresh rate OLED with VESA HDR TrueBlack 600 certification. And while I unfortunately can't measure anything, you will get the typical OLED experience. And subjectively, color accuracy looks quite decent, and MSI also adds pre-calibrated presets, so you should definitely be able to use this for all of your content creation endeavors. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything about G-Sync compatibility, but I will definitely ask MSI about this, since that would be quite the bummer. In general though, I think MSI did a great job with the overall redesign of the Stealth, and it looks incredibly clean and subtle, so it can definitely be your all-day companion for whatever you're doing, especially given the overall sleek form factor and low weight, considering the performance it packs. Build quality is good, maybe not quite on Legion 7 or Zephyrus G16 level, but very comparable to something like the Yoga Pro 9, for example. So while overall stability and material feel is solid, there is a bit more flex and some subtle creaking noises when you handle the Stealth. It would not be a deal breaker for me personally, but it's definitely something you should be aware of. The port situation is very good though, given the overall footprint, and you get a pair of Thunderbolt 4s, 2 USB-As, and these are the fast 3.2 Gen 2 variants, HDMI 2.1 and even a network jack, and I'm sure some of you will love that. The touchpad and keyboard are a very good average, with great overall tactility for the switches, even though I would personally prefer a bit more travel. The pretty sizable mouse substitute is really good though, with a satisfying premium feeling click and great overall tracking. Alright, let's talk performance, and on the CPU side we see absolutely no surprises, and the Intel Panther Silicon running at 60 watts max is delivering solid, if not quite game-changing numbers. The 5070 performs quite well though, especially considering the thinner and lighter chassis, and during my testing the GPU would fully utilize its power budget, which explains the solid overall results here. This translates to the rear world as well, and you pretty much get exactly what you would expect from an RTX 5070, so despite its form factor, the Stealth does not make any performance compromises. And I would actually love to check out the 5080 config, or maybe a 12 gig 5070 variant if they would offer it. Subjectively, the Stealth also offers quite an enjoyable overall user experience, and yes, it gets audible when you let it loose in its performance mode, but I would say it's pretty reasonable and on par or even slightly better than other thin and light options we have checked out in recent months. The speakers are also solid, even though they cannot quite match something like the Zephyrus G16 or the Yoga Pro 9, for example, but they are definitely fine for watching some YouTube or listening to music. I would have also really liked to test battery life as well, especially considering that it's really something these Panther Lake laptops are very good at. But again, I wasn't able to measure the display brightness to align with our standard tests, and I also did not have enough time in between our video production and meeting schedule here at Computex. So what are we thinking about the Stealth? Well, I like it. It's a sleek machine that looks great and offers an overall very satisfying user experience. I would personally wish for a bit of a brighter display, especially considering what the competition offers, and a slightly stiffer chassis. And it will also all come down to price, and I really hope MSI prices this rather competitively, since that in combination with the robust I/O and things like exchangeable RAM could make the Stealth a solid choice if you're looking for a sleek gaming and creator machine that does not make too many compromises for a thinner and lighter overall form factor. But let me know what you think and sound off below, since that's already it for today, and I hope our little mini overview for the Stealth answered most of your questions about it. Feel free to have a look around the channel for more from Computex and some of the new products MSI announced here in Taipei. Please leave a like and sub on your way out. Thanks a ton for watching, folks, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.